Pokemon is absolutely a powerhouse when it comes to their video game entertainment. When we think about it, we usually think about their mainline AAA titles, such as their most recent one, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Or we maybe sometimes think about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, best gen ever. Or some old-time classics like Pokemon Gold and Silver, worst gen ever. I'm kidding. Regardless, the mainline titles are some of the most popular yet memorable games that the majority of the Pokemon community play. Okay, hold up. Where's the love for the non-mainline games? Sure, traveling through the region of Sinnoh was absolutely fun, not gonna lie. But taking pictures of Pokemon in their immersive environment? Shoot, that shit high-key slaps. Sometimes we tend to overlook the non-mainline titles and maybe take them for granted. So today, I'll be going over the top 10 best non-mainline Pokemon games. We will be looking at all the spin-offs, arcade games, and even the mobile apps. Any game that has Pokemon in the title, except for these ones. So without further ado, let's get it. Coming in for the number 10 spot, we got a game that brings me back to the simple days of the Game Boy Advance, and that is Pokemon Pinball, Ruby, and Sapphire version. I really underestimated this game because I remember unwrapping this game for either my birthday or Christmas, and my initial reaction was, what the actual f***? This ain't Pokemon Sapphire, what the fuck? I remember playing through this game and realized, damn, this ain't your ordinary Windows-based pinball game, huh? This was a damn Pokemon game. And soon I found out you were able to catch Pokemon in this game, like, shoot! I knew lights and interactions were a thing in pinball, but catching Pokemon in pinball? Shoot, you just took it to another damn level. This game even had its own unique music most of the time. Sure, they used some of the music from Ruby and Sapphire, but the stages had their own unique music that I vibed to real well. Probably what I remember the most was going up against the Rayquaza bonus stage and sweating my balls off when it used extreme speed, sending the ball in the air while I only had 30 seconds left. But beating it felt real nice, especially when you caught it. Just seeing those points stack up has never felt so satisfying. Now, for number 9, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hesitant for putting this one on this list. Probably because of the hate and disagreement, but then I realized this was my video. So number 9 would have to go to Pokemon Cafe Mix. Yes, that mobile puzzle game that recently was released this past month. I surprisingly found myself playing this for a few hours trying to grind out the levels, and I thought seeing all the Pokemon were cute and enjoyable, but what stood out was the art style of this game. It was a nice surprise to see Squirtle and even Steenie. Of course, as the game progresses, the levels get slightly difficult, but it's nothing no one can't do. Oh yeah, this is a mobile game. Of course, if you fork over the cash of the Pokemon Company. Coming up for number 8, I felt like this game had a lot of mixed reviews, and that is Pokemon Battle Revolution for the Wii. Personally for me, I had a lot of fond memories with this game, especially playing with my friends on my DS, and I felt like that was the problem with this game. A lot of consumers didn't realize that this game had a lack of content, especially when they didn't own a DS or Diamond and Pearl. But other than that, it was real nice to see the Pokemon in their 3D models on the Wii. Also, there was character customization, and I didn't dive too deep into it, but I heard it was low-key lacking. This game was usually played during the Asian parties, if you know, you know, because all the homies would just bring their DSs and settle out their Pokemon battles through this game just to see the 3D models and flex their broken ass Pokemon. Regardless, it made it to the top 10 list, and it was super fun and made Pokemon battles so much more epic. So moving on. Now for number 7, we have a childhood classic that is loved by many Pokemon fans alike, and that is Pokemon Snap. Now this game was something we never asked for, and nothing could have been more enjoyable than seeing Pokemon in their natural habitat while taking pictures of them. This was a game you could just vibe with, you know? Like, sure, you could take pictures and get some points in for the session, but you could honestly just sit there and watch all the Pokemon run around without having to worry about catching them or battling them. But you know I had to throw apples at them for the real-time interaction, especially with that surfing Pikachu. This game was phenomenal during its time. Even though it was released after Pokemon Stadium, it was still an enjoyable experience that every Nintendo 64 player loved. But the hype train for the new Pokemon Snap is real. Let's get it. An all-time favorite that was just mentioned in the last ranking, Pokemon Stadium is an all-time classic that first introduced the 3D models, takes the number 6 spot. So big reason why this game was ranked higher than Pokemon Revolution was honestly because of the Gym Leader Castle. I thought it was absolutely fun. Difficult, but fun. But difficult nonetheless fun. Did I mention it was difficult? Biggest reason why I thought it was high-key difficult was because of how awful the RNG was. It felt like the AI had all the luck. I remember missing my thunder attack 3 times in a row. And I know that accuracy is bad in that move, but geez Louise, it felt like the accuracy was 0 during the battle. Of course, even though it was somewhat difficult, this is what kind of fueled the fun from it. Even though I did lose battles here and there, it pushed me to keep trying, and as a young boy playing this game, it definitely did build my character. Holy shit, I sound like a boomer. Coming up for the number 5 spot is a memorable game that plenty of people enjoyed, and that is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red and Blue Rescue Team. Wait, you know what? Scratch what I said about everyone enjoying it. IGN didn't really enjoy it. They said the Switch remake said it was too dull with too many dungeons. Oh yeah, for sure. It's not like the game is called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, you dumb fuck. But no worries here, the viewers seem to agree with me. All jokes aside, the game was iconic for being a dungeon crawler and was something fresh and new for Pokemon. At times, this game had to be grindy, but that wasn't anything new, especially playing all the Pokemon games released for the Game Boy Advance and DS. We're used to smacking up Zigzagoons on the first route. The story was an interesting take, especially as playing as a Pokemon. I liked the way you had to choose your Pokemon character, answer a bunch of questions, and whatever your answers were, they reflect the personality of the indicated Pokemon. Ended up becoming a Squirtle. Gang gang. I personally preferred the Game Boy Advance/DS titles rather than the Switch remake, mainly because of how the game feels. The clunkiness in the Switch caught me off guard, especially with the 3D models. I just felt like it was more natural and wavy in the 2D model sprites in the originals. Moving on to number 4, a Pokemon game that got me hype and made me almost break my DS, and that's Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. And no, I'm not exaggerating about me almost breaking my DS. Every time I was tryharding on capturing Pokemon, I would spin real fast, but at the same time, it was a habit of me to press down real hard on my touchscreen with my stylus, making some permanent circle screen marks on my touchscreen. Everyone who played this game knew this struggle, and I just had to address this. I thought this game had a simple concept. Instead of catching Pokemon with Pokeballs, you catch them with your circle thingy catcher, whatever it's called, and you're able to befriend them and make them help you out temporarily, which was nice because you could have more than 6 Pokemon with you. And I thought it was real cool seeing your army of Pokemon following you around. I chose Shadows of Almia mainly because of the introduction to the 4th generation, but also because of the change to the capture bar. It just made it felt more welcoming than its predecessor in the first Pokemon Ranger. Of course, this game wasn't all that perfect. I still think the villainous Pokemon team is ridiculous. Like, who the f calls themselves Pokemon Team Dim Sun? I would ridicule you into thinking that you were a useless piece of food. Yo, but Dim Sum sounds good though. Moving on to the top 3, and these are the Pokemon games that I found to spend the most time in all of my gameplay of non-main core Pokemon games. Coming up with number 3 is Pokken Tournament DX. I remember seeing this collab and I thought this game was hella hype. Playing a Tekken type game with Pokemon characters never seemed so exciting to me. Now, I have heard insight from many people who have played this game and it's pretty mixed. A lot of people saying that they don't really like it would argue that the story mode is lacking and there isn't a lot to offer except climbing the ladder scenarios. People who do like it are players who really enjoy the fights that happen because of the depth there is in the fighting mechanics for each Pokemon. With this, there is plenty of playtime where you can learn each Pokemon, spending hundreds of hours into this game. That's what I really like about it though. Watching pros going at it makes the game seem much more exciting.
Happy feet, wombo combo. That ain't Falco. That ain't Falco.
Also, the Shadow Mewtwo looks badass. The design is definitely up there. In addition to all of this, Nia be looking thick. Nah, but she honestly annoying, not gonna lie. Like, she wouldn't shut the f up.
You seen my Weavile anywhere? I bet he's off napping somewhere again.
No, I don't give a about your Weavile. Taking up the number 2 spot, and you know I might get hella a lot of hate from this, but also a lot of people might agree with me or even put this as number 1, but my number 2 spot belongs to Pokemon Go. I'm not gonna lie here, I really enjoy Pokemon Go. So many fond memories of catching Pokemon in the hot summer heat, especially when this game first launched. It may have started off slow, but boy, it's a pretty fun game now. With a lot more content and events happening, this game is solid and is pretty fun if you don't mind going outside a lot. I personally play in my car where the AC is, so all is chill. Participating in raids, shiny hunting, and simply just catching Pokemon brings a unique Pokemon experience, especially on your phone, that can make it seem realistic in some way. But seeing how weather and area influences what kind of Pokemon you can catch is a real neat feature. Probably why this game is ranked so high is because of the fond memories of playing this game when it first launched. I swear everyone played this game. I went to my local community park and there were like 20 people walking around trying to catch Pokemon and taking down another gym. Then I went to my city park and everyone and their goddamn mom was there. Like, I'd never seen my city park this populated, and it was 100+ degrees out here. Shoot, people here sweating balls off just to catch a Growlithe, man. Along with the huge amount of people going around, there was also friendships being bonded, more people enjoying each other's company, all because of Pokemon Go. We all had something to seem excited about when we were chasing down that Lapras across the field, or a fully evolved Charizard in the tennis courts. It really brought people together. I even saw some wholesome stories of people leaving their comfort zone and talking to other players about Pokemon Go. I even saw a social media post where players met up, went on a few dates, ended up falling in love. Granted, the player population is much less today than it was at launch, but still the community and game thrives. You got vloggers who vlog about Pokemon Go for a living now, and this game still has an absolute following. The game truly brought everyone together, not only around me, but around the whole entire world. Hey, shout out if you Team Valor though. Aha. After saying number 2, I feel like I should just end the video here. You know what? This video's over. Rate, comment, subscribe. Okay, bye. Just kidding. I'm gonna finish this top 10. So my number 1 spot goes to a Pokemon game that had an amazing story and exciting Pokemon battles that would hype you up. Now, before we move on, let's just take a moment and listen to this nice intro. Yeah. Hey. Hey. So if you haven't noticed yet, my number 1 spot goes to Pokemon Colosseum. I spent way too many hours on this game, whether it was playing on battle mode or playing through the story for the 30th time. I remember when I was younger, I didn't have a memory card that was big enough for saving data for Pokemon Colosseum, so I would play as far as I could in the story mode, and whenever I had to go to bed, my game would not save, and I would just play through the story mode seeing if I could get farther. Of course, I ended up getting a bigger memory card, but that's how much I love playing through the story. I wouldn't mind starting from the beginning at all, and still to this day, I love watching the opening cutscene. The story mode was something a little bit mature than your average Pokemon game. You had to catch shadow Pokemon going through a lot of pain, and then had to deal with a bunch of gang members in a shady town, but then realized it got more ghetto as you went down certain levels underground. They got super shady and sus when you hit the most bottom floor. Like, damn dude, I didn't know I was about to face the Bloods and the Crips of the Pokemon franchise. Going back to catching the shadow Pokemon, did I mention the only way to obtain more Pokemon is through only catching more shadow Pokemon? And the only way for them to level up and evolve them was to purify them, which was by earning their friendship and battling with them? Yeah. Seems like a lot of work, but you honestly don't realize it because the story and game is so engaging. That being said, you start off with both an Espeon and an Umbreon, and you best believe you're going to end with them too, because dealing with any other Pokemon in your team is super rough. Also, obtaining money is super limited, so spending it wisely is a must. Regarding battles in the story mode, they were high-key difficult, especially when you had to face Alder's uglier twin brother Dakim. He's got an Entei on his team that you are able to catch, but going up against his Earthquakes sucked ass. One battle that did stand out of the rest was Mirror B. Yo, this battle was hype. Especially with that Tango, dude, I was going to do the cha-cha while facing off against his Ludicolo. What I'm trying to say here is the game ain't easy, and you aren't coming out of this game unscathed. But honestly, that's what made this game so fun to me. It was the difficulty, the maturity, and how cool and epic these battles were. Your main character's design was awesome, and going through the story where you were limited to the Pokemon you could catch made the game challenging but completely fun. Definitely a top tier game for me, and I honestly do hope that the Pokemon Company makes a game similar to this in the near future. Well, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed my video on the top 10 non-mainline Pokemon games. Fun fact with Pokemon Colosseum, did you know the region is based off of the state of Arizona in the United States? Because I literally just found that out while I was researching. Still, comment down below and talk about y'all's favorite non-mainline Pokemon games. And if y'all curious about my top 10 Pokemon waifus, check out my last video right here. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more Pokemon content like this. And don't forget to hit that like button. I'll see y'all real soon. Peace!